Someone recently popped into my Twitch stream and said that they thought that after watching one of my videos that my Japanese was N2 level, in other words, pretty advanced. I have no idea why. I must have misled them terribly because my goodness, my Japanese is utter shit. Okay, I know my very basics, my, konnichiwas and kansamnidas and stuff, but I'm definitely not close to N2. But that got me thinking, what is my current level of Japanese? I started studying Japanese about 15 years ago, after all, and I have recently been able to keep up with a self-study schedule. So yeah, what is my current Japanese level? Can I converse casually with a cashier at 7-Eleven? Of course not. No level of Japanese could ever allow that to happen. So in this video, I will go through my history of studying Japanese, how I currently go about studying Japanese, and then finish off the video with an orgasmic crescendo of me doing a JLPT mock exam online, starting with N5 and seeing how far I can progress, maybe getting to N4. We'll see. Again, I'm not very good at Japanese. Okay. It's popular on videos on YouTube to go through the sort of study hours one has studied in any given language to sort of categorize how far you've come. It's an easy way to just keep track. And fuck it, this YouTube channel is not terribly original. So here we go. I love I love numbers and metrics and stuff. I started studying Japanese for the first time back in high school in Sweden using the Japanese for Busy People textbook. Great title and everything. Very 80s. It was fun. Obviously this was not very high paced. I'd say on average per week I studied maybe 3 hours for 2 full school years in Sweden. So in total I did about 240 hours of the absolute basics. Learning hiragana and katakana, but not even, getting close to touching kanji, for instance. Baby level grammar. So, watashi wa kaisha desu. Years later I took a Japanese beginner course at university as well in order to finish off my English degree. The Swedish education system let me do that. Fuck yeah. This was just half a year, so 20 weeks of probably 15 hours of study per week, maybe. Very sort of low pace. So that's another 300 hours. So during these first 540 hours of studying Japanese, I didn't learn much. I sort of probably cemented the very basics of hiragana and katakana in my head, but I never got even, slightly comfortable enough to talk much. But then in 2019, I finally found the language learning laxative. I was just showering in acquisition at that point when I started language school here in Tokyo. And I really am not exaggerating when I say that the first 2 weeks of studying in language school, I learned more than the previous 540 hours. I did 1 full year of studying at Kai Japanese language school, so a total of 40 weeks, doing 20 hours of lessons each week, and I'd say maybe another 10 hours per week self-studying, doing homework and stuff. So 30 hours per week for 40 weeks. So that's another 1,200 years of studying. Years of sexy grinding against the leg of Amaterasu. I don't know. It was wonderful. So in total, including a couple of 100 hours I've spent, self-studying over the years, I'd say that I have studied about 2,000 hours of Japanese. A lot of that was not efficient though. My goodness, it was clogged as fuck there in the beginning. And I would be way better at this point if I had known about the methods that I currently use, Okay, so that brings us to the next part. How do I currently study Japanese? And what do I do to remain stiff in the face of an ever menacing wall of wakaranai desu kedo, Weird fucking sentence, goodness. Okay, part 2. Well, one way I am currently studying today is through, and I am disgustingly happy to be able to say this, the sponsor of this video, Go Nihon. Yay! This is very exciting. I mean, everyone I know who've moved here knows about Go Nihon. And even though they're a small team of previous students, and by no means like this huge corporation, them being promoted by this tiny YouTube channel feels a little bit like a great white shark asking for help from a sardine, But here we are. What the fuck? I guess Lady Luck not only smiled at me, she must have fucking winked as well or something. For those of you who don't know, Go Nihon is a company that helps people who want to move to Japan. So many of my friends have actually used their services, getting free help, applying for student visas and language schools, helping them find accommodation and so on. They also offer online courses in Japanese, which is, of which one I am taking. They're designed to be flexible and are perfect for people who really want to study at a language school, but can't relocate to Japan for whatever reason. People who plan on attending language school in Japan but want to skip the first like 3 or 6 months of studying. Or people like me who have gone to language school and want a really good refresher of what we know. You know, I do the lessons pretty much whenever I have time because, you know, being a fucking freelancer, it works really great for me. But there is a suggested schedule as well if you need a sort of imaginary prong up your ass. The lessons are video lessons, but you still do tests. You hand in and get feedback on homework. So it is very much a proper course with actual teachers. This is so exciting. So there are links in the description for the different courses you can take, and of course if you click one of them and take one of the courses, I get a little cut as well, so that's nice. I also included a link to the placement test for Nihon, where you can, if you take the test, they sort of suggest a course for you based on your current level. That's it. Yeah, thanks for the sponsor, Nihon. That's amazing to say, what the fuck. Okay, moving on. Part 3. So obviously going to language school and doing online courses is a very good and like structured way of doing things. But one thing that I find very easy to do self-studying is just to do spaced repetition learning. I use Anki and I currently use the Core 2K 6K deck for Japanese. Maybe some of you have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. That's fine. But let's quickly talk about how one goes about learning pretty much anything first. This will make sense. Hold on. The reason why the first 540 hours of me studying Japanese reaped as much benefit as if I had just stared at a map of Japan for the same amount of time probably had to do with them being spent doing rote learning, which is the predominant way languages are taught in schools in general around the world, I think. And it has been proven over and over again that it's a shit way of learning a language, because fuck, how many of you actually speak the language that you were being taught in school, whether it being, you know, French or German or Spanish or whatever they forced down your throat, you know. My Spanish, for instance, is fucking awful. If I had to introduce myself in Spanish right now to save my mother's life, I would have to go,
Lo siento mucho, mamá. L-O L.
One sort of scientifically proven way that memorization actually works for the long run is through spaced repetition. Just precis. Is through spaced repetition. So in other words, you learn one word one day and then you repeat it the day afterwards. And then if you get it right, you repeat it again, maybe 3 days after that, and then a week later, and then a month later, and so on. This sort of works with your brain's natural way of acquiring information for like to sort of shove information down your long-term memory. And Anki is an app developed to help you do this by having you repeat flashcards at these intervals so you don't have to keep track of anything. It's lovely, and all the internet seems to agree that it's the most convenient app for it. It's not developed specifically for Japanese, it all depends on which deck you're using. So you can download a deck for Japanese, you can download one for, you know, German or whatever you want to learn. And that finally brings us to the Core 2K 6K deck, which I'm using, which is the 6,000 most commonly used words in Japanese. And it's wonderful because it has not only like an English translation for each word, but it also has Japanese like example sentences with the word read out loud in Japanese by actual real Japanese people. So it's incredibly fucking useful. To me, at my current level, this is the sort of gold mine I dip my learning schlong into every day. I've only managed to do about 1,200 words so far out of the 6,000, but I'm taking 8 new words every day, and you know, which currently means I have to spend on average about 25 minutes on Anki every day. This is one of those easy metrics that you can keep track of as well and see in a few months' time how far you have come. Sort of very easy, measurable progress. There's nothing that gets me stiffer than measurable progress, you know. This is kind of partly why learning Japanese is fun to me. It's an ongoing project without any sort of clear goal in mind necessarily. Even if I one day pass N1, like the highest level of the JLPT, I doubt I will ever feel done with Japanese, you know. Maybe when I one day will be able to understand the truly avant-garde hentai that I watch, you know. Speaking of which, the final way that I'm trying to learn Japanese right now is through Immersion, which is probably the thing that I should focus the most on, honestly, at my current level. Immersion is the part of learning a language when you lower yourself into the language and let it do whatever it wants to you, you know. So reading and listening, that is actually consuming content in your target language. It's pretty obvious that only learning the grammar points and having a shit ton of vocabulary won't actually teach you how the language is actually used in real life, you know. I've not started tracking this yet, but I probably should, and again, I love numbers and metrics and stuff, so I probably will. Immersion is also obviously the way we learn our first language. You are just constantly exposed to the language through your parents arguing or whatever, and you soak up the the nasty things they say to each other, you know. So I'm currently playing through Persona 4 in Japanese, which is tricky as fuck, but really fun as well. I've been told that this is one of the best games to learn conversational Japanese with because the setting is very slice of life and realistic, you know. I also regularly watch a couple of Japanese YouTube channels, namely Yuka-chan, an almost concerningly cheerful Japanese girl who does great vlogging content every week. She uses really easy to understand Japanese. I also love Yuge no Kai. He's just a guy, I think who's a bit older than me, who does video game playthroughs, live streams, and even like cooking and variety streams and music and stuff. His level of Japanese is definitely more difficult, but I just like his content because I binged his Pokemon Gold playthrough, for instance. And finally, I think I've mentioned him before, but Yuyu no Nihongo no Podcast is fucking awesome. He's a Japanese guy who lives in Mexico and creates very easy to understand and follow along Japanese podcasts with Japanese subtitles in the YouTube videos. So they are very easy to follow along to, and he's just a wonderful fucking friendly presenter. Okay, so after these 1,500 hours of studying Japanese, what is my current level of Japanese? Yeah, but peace. Let's do the mock exam. Why am I nervous? I really don't. Why am I nervous? 一番いいものを一つ選んでください. So choose the one. 新しい車ですね。新しい。Oh, すごい。Yay. Okay, so far. I expect that I will be able to pass N5, but probably not N4, honestly. うるさいです. Yay. Okay, so choose the sentence that has the same meaning. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was actually sweaty. Well, in the room, I guess. Nani? Shit. Okay. Of course it's not ni. I'm stupid. If I just thought about it for 1 second, I could have got that right. Damn it. X ni. 入るものは。おった。ねえ。Oh my goodness, they have reading. Okay. 何を入れます? Well, obviously this one. There we go. Ooh, okay. Wait. 強火. Fucking hell. 病院じゃない. 病院. No. Pan. So it's this one. God damn. Yay, look at that. Hey yo, fuck yeah. Okay. この問題では、はじめに質問を、聞いてください. Oh shit, there's listening. Okay.
どこを勉強しますか?
Fuck yeah, I know this shit. Look at that. Very good. Yay. Alright, final question.
お国はどちらですか?
部屋です。
Yay! I think we got the last one. Fucking wonderful. Okay, so we passed N5. Fuck yeah. That one mistake is embarrassing. 2,000 hours and I made a mistake at N5. Yeah, but peace. Okay, let's move on to N4. Here we go. Okay, so the structure is the same. ふにゃふにゃの言葉はひらがなでどう書きますか? So just a kanji test. Here we go. Frequent. 通って. Straight away, the first question, I'm way less confident. Oh, there we go. No fucking problem. Here we go. Okay, same one. Think it's this. This one I have no idea. This is not it. And this I think is not it either. Yeah, there it is. I couldn't tell you why, but there it is. Well, レシートですね. Hey, yo, 知らせて. Like, tell me. 教えて. So yeah, teach me, I guess. Would be the same one. There it is. Okay. I think it must be this one. うちの住所. Nah. Okay. This is actually kind of fun. Must be the right one. Yeah, there we go. No, it must be hikeru shi. Eh? Okay. I think it's the comparative wa. Nah. Fuck yeah. Maybe? There we go. Alright, cool. It should be this one, I think. Ah, fuck. Okay, well, that's fine. Shit. Only one wrong so far, though. So it's this one. Fuck yeah. Woof. Okay, down to the listening. So far, I've only had one mistake. This is confusing.
先生が生徒に話しています。何を持っていかなければなりませんか?
Yeah, I fucking understand this. It's yon. It would be funny if this was incorrect. Yeah, I'm at least fan. You. I think it's this one. Yeah, okay, this is going really well. There we go. Oof. Okay, final question. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yay, there we go. What the hell? Look at this. The same result as the N5. That's definitely not what I was expecting. What the hell? Okay, we'll take a peek at N3 then as well, quickly, but I definitely don't think I'll be able to do this. But let's take a look. N3, here we go. Ah, shit. Already, this is tricky. Wait, hold on. I think I recognize this though. Isn't it Daihyo? Representative. Fuck yeah, okay. I don't think it's... I think... Is it this one? Yeah, shit. Okay. Is it Pittari? Fucking hell, okay. I have no idea what this even... Doki-doki. Anda. これからいつでも doki-doki. いつでも... Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm clearly not doing very well on this. Ah, shit. Okay, I think... I think I've reached my limit. Yay! We can't pass N3, but we passed N5 and 4. That's really fun. I'm somewhere between N3 and N4 then. I thought I was between N4 and N5. So fuck yeah, that's fun. 2,000 hours at not really N3. Yay! So there we go. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Thanks to the Patreons, and especially, my goodness, to Gogo Nihon for sponsoring the video. You let me swear and mention shoving prongs up your ass and stuff, even in the sponsored bit. So especially for that, I recommend you guys click the links in the description, you know. And the course is really fucking good, my goodness. Every time you get a sponsor for something that you can truly stand behind is nice. I am not actually selling out in this one, yay.